game. Under 19 men, day 4 here. GB versus USA. You can see there the pretty sure GB guys.
Good afternoon here from South Africa. No, not from South Africa. Good afternoon here from Hobart, Tasmania. I've got Isaac next to me. My name is Hein Engelbrecht. We will be commentating on the South African against New Zealand game.
Under 19 men, day 4 here.
We've
GB
got
versus
South Africa
USA.
19 men. They will
See
be
there
playing
pretty
in.
sure it's the GB guys.
Looks like they'll be playing black in court 2 against New Zealand, playing white. And New Zealand, I think Isaac, they're top of the log.
Yeah, we've played against New Zealand. They're a really tough bunch.
New Zealand second there.
Yeah, so we played them on the first day. They put up a really good fight. But, yeah, it was a really enjoyable game.
And South Africa are 4th on the log. The first game of the... for today, that's the first game that the 19 boys are playing. So they've had like an off day today as we've got a kick-off here. South Africa pushing very... There's a New Zealand as well, so the New Zealand is pushing a lot of pressure on South Africa with kick-off as we have infringement here in the South Africans half, a stick infringement, and South Africa will be very happy with that infringement against New Zealand. The coach there, Johan de Kok, and Marius Branquino, the assistant coach, talking hard to their team. Sitting on the side here is Dirk van Reenen from South Africa. And as we have the New Zealanders pushing hard against the South African goal, they're getting meters, and South Africa will be difficult to keep that puck out.
Yeah, it's very tough to stop those New Zealand drives. They're very strong on the puck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gloving.
You could see not one New Zealander player above the water there. All the New Zealanders were at the bottom, and we had 2 South African caps floating above the top there. And unfortunately, we couldn't stop that drive. And New Zealand, well, that was... there was infringement against New Zealand again, so lucky escape there for South Africa. South Africa need to take the puck against the wall there as they drive it up on the left-hand side, on the far side of the pool. A lot of supporters there on the supporters bench for South Africa. And New Zealand get it away from them, and this time it's a score. Within the first 2 minutes. Number 10 there for New Zealand. It's there with you, Isaac.
Thomas Maris Craddock scored that goal.
Well, that was from the kickoff, Isaac. We were under pressure, so a lot of good play there from New Zealand. Well done, New Zealand, for capitalizing on that early break you had.
Really strong drive, yeah.
As you can see, New Zealand taking the kickoff again. So South Africa needs to be awake as the New Zealand guys fell back very quickly with that goal they scored, and the ref started the game immediately. Play in the middle of the pool with South Africa taking the puck to the left-hand side of the pool, playing up against the wall, getting some meters behind the puck, and they swing it wide to the right-hand side, and they're trying to break through the middle, but unfortunately an interception there by New Zealand. Good play there. The South African didn't see that guy coming. It was number 6, Matthew Penning, just a bit slow on that puck, not seeing the New Zealand player coming down hard on him.
Very strong drive.
So we've got 3 minutes passed in this first half, and New Zealand leading 1-0, and they're attacking again very hard down the middle of the pool there.
South Africa shut that one down very quickly.
Yeah, no, South Africa will keep that puck moving to the side there. They don't want the puck to move in the center of the pool, and the far side of the pool they're playing up against the wall. New Zealand is pushing hard. We haven't been in the New Zealand half yet, and it's nearly 4 minutes gone in the first half, and New Zealand is swinging it wide and then just relaxing, pulling the puck back, creating space. And fortunately for South Africa, a very good player by the South African
very well defended
halfback.
then.
Was that number 15 from South Africa, Matthew Graaf? Well done there, Matthew. And unfortunately, well, so that's Simeon Jooster. We don't need that, Simeon Jooster. Number 2 sitting on the side there with 5 players in the water, 1-0 down. You don't want that so early in the game. most of these infringements, Isaac, happen not intentionally, but it happens, and the refs are wide awake.
Yeah, it's one thing that's really hurt us in a few of our games is people being sent out of the water and then conceding a goal, and it's really tough to come back from that.
I've seen this now quite a few times with the South African teams, early breaks, encroachment, and here we see it again. So what it means is breaking the line before the buzzer goes, and they move the puck to the center of the pool, making it much easier for the New Zealanders with 5 players in the water, and that the player that is out is our full back.
And it's a goal.
No, right through the middle. So Africans didn't need that. Number 13, Kobus van der Schuyf, just dropping his shoulders there, showing he's not happy. And we've got a frantic call there by Mario. I see Marius is the head coach here this time in the pool. Frantic call there for team timeout. Very early in the game, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
As we're 2-0 down, and South Africa need to regroup with Simeon Jooste being on the side of the water. Marius Brancuno from Normal Air in Gauteng, one of our top players in Africa. He's been playing for the South African B team for quite a while now. A very loyal player and a faithful player. He's always at the pool in the evenings. Marius and Johan de Kock, the coaching team there, talking hard to their players just to get their composure back. Take a deep breath. Even if it's New Zealand guys, you need to play your hockey. Don't let them force their game plan on you. And I know the one player that's out is Dirk van Reen, and I didn't see who the other player that was out. I think it might be Austin Elfrich, number 7, that's sitting on the side for this game. And we have Simeon Jooste still sitting on the side there. Obviously, not a good place to be. You need to be in the water, Simeon. Now, for the first time, South Africa
very quick out there,
working it hard in the middle of the pool, trying to keep possession. And South Africa in the middle of the pool, guys sussing each out. They want to keep possession, and they work it up on the left-hand side. Well done, South Africa, as they keep the puck, keep possession.
Very strong drive coming on here by South Africa.
Yeah, we've got the New Zealanders guys trying to get possession of the puck as South Africa regroup there on the side of the wall. First time that South Africa's been in the half of New Zealand. There's 6 minutes gone in the first half, as we have the ref showing their advantage for South Africa. South Africa playing with 5 players in the water. You can see they're working it up on the middle of the pool here, as we have infringement here, unfortunately, against South Africa, as they had momentum there. And Simeon is back in the water, so we're 6 against 6, 2-0 down with 6 minutes gone in the first half. Usually what happens when you have 5 players in the water, it takes a lot of energy from the players, and they need to substitute very quickly as we're playing down the sub-line of South Africa, and they've well saved there.
Very well defended by South Africa.
Excellent, South Africa, but be careful as we have 2 New Zealand players on the bottom of the pool. South Africa intercepts, brings it down to the side. Good place to be as it's on your substitution side, Isaac.
Yeah, that's a lot of things that we tried to simulate in our games, just holding onto the puck near our sub-bench. And
excellent flick there from Simeon, and Kobus van der Schuyf playing it hard, but unfortunately back to the center of the pool. They need to keep it on the side here. They need to keep possession of the puck. They shouldn't flick it away. That's why we need Simeon in the water there. A quick flick there by Matthew Penning, getting our forward players. Good interception there. And New Zealand are happy to take it backwards and sideways.
Very unusual to see New Zealand switching that far up the pool, so that's very good to see.
Yeah, we were creating space there for New Zealand, Isaac.
Yeah.
And New Zealand working up in the middle of the pool. Well done there to New Zealand. It looks like we've got an advantage play here against South Africa for an earlier infringement that the ref saw, allowing good advantage here. That is close to the goal box, and it's good save there again. Good swim here, very hard swim.
Very nice.
It shows you don't give up. If the puck's not in the back of the goal box, or like you guys call it, the tin.
Yeah, it's always going to be kept in there.
Keep on playing. Excellent play there by the New Zealand guy intercepting there. You got one New Zealand player.
There we go.
Yes, Oh, the guy didn't see that guy coming
Very
down on
strong
him very
hit there.
quickly there. It looks like South Africa still got possession there. And if South Africa can score a goal here against New Zealand, that'll be very, very good for their spirit. But unfortunately, New Zealand, just good skill there, taking the puck off the stick.
There we go. It's a chopping foul against New Zealand. Oh, is this a 2-on-1? No, it's not.
Interesting. Obviously, it wasn't a clean take off the stick there. We've got the New Zealand coach, Sam Cooper,
calling for a timeout here.
Yeah, that was good for South Africa as well, as we get the coaches swimming in hard to the players. Obviously, guys, just stick to your game plan, stay calm, don't do anything frantically. And the big thing here, Isaac, is to get into position very quickly.
Yeah,
take up your space.
You need to be holding the bottom, especially at this level. Like, that's what I've been trying to learn. Just stay flat in the bottom, hold your ground. So if you own the bottom of the pool, you got most of the play, basically.
Yeah, thank you very much for all the support back in South Africa. Fergus, Griffin, George, that looks like from New Zealand. A lot of New Zealand support here. Almal van Skyf, yes, Almal, ek hoor jou ook in Afrikaans. Daai, dankie vir die ondersteuning. A lot of support here from both teams, so we got a lot of people watching.
Yeah, it's always good to see. Like, not many people know about the sport, so it's really good to see everyone getting around it at this point in time.
Yeah, Fergus, thank you for your support. And we see there Nicolas Martinez from Argentina also watching this game. Obviously, they want to get some tips here to see what they can do to stop this New Zealand wave, as this Fern is a very strong team in the 19 league as the New Zealand boys.
New Zealand have come out very hard there.
Very quick. You could see the guy kicking off the back of the pool there. New Zealand is still at the bottom. Two guys in the back of the box there. New Zealand did very, very well there to get that puck out. They're swimming to the side of the pool. South Africa bringing the next wave. South Africans trying to get the pool puck out to the side here, but in New Zealand, seeing the move of South Africa, getting it on the stick, swimming hard, and the South Africans not allowing a lot of movement there. And obviously, New Zealand will be happy just to swim to the side of the pool, get new fresh legs in, as we have the player from New Zealand there at number 5, Ryan Edeen, swimming very hard there with the puck on the side of the pool. South Africa obviously don't want to be in that position now.
No.
Falling backwards. 2-3 players on New Zealand on the bottom of the pool, swimming hard forward here, and we're saved by the bell.
No,
it's
strong
not.
drive from New Zealand. And South Africa have done
yeah.
very nicely to clear that again. They're just going to hold it in the corner.
Number 5, Cardan. Well played there, Cardan. And South Africa, somebody calls the infringement. It looks like gloving, Isaac. Yes.
Yeah.
South Africa doing a quick rotation here. The refs will line up very quickly, and if you must make advantage of the quality of the refs that we have as they try and start the game as quickly as possible to give the advantage to the non-infringing team. And the South Africans will be happy to swim it to the side of the pool with 4 minutes, 57 seconds left in the first half. South Africa leading, New Zealand leading 2-0. They scored 2 very quick goals for the last 5-6 minutes. We've had no goals scored, so South Africa keeping them out of their goal area, and the New Zealand is having a quick rotation there. As we have spectators in the rear of our screen, obviously wanting South Africa to do better than this. A lot of players at the bottom of the pool there with the green fins, swimming hard from South Africa. I can see what the New Zealand guys, when they come in on the puck, Isaac, they come in with such speed, it catches offside.
Yeah. It's one of the main things is trying to catch your opponents off guard, so you got to make sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, the New Zealand guys, if they get that puck on the stick, they swim very, very hard. Their number?
Is that 11? That would be Cameron Sisson.
Excellent play from the New Zealanders. They just kept on moving the puck forward, keeping it moving forward, and they never gave up. And the South Africans just couldn't get their stick onto the puck. Yeah, but it's a lot to do with speed.
Yeah, it's just wave after wave. So after the first people have done their effort, they're straight back. Next people are in while the other people are recovering, and then it's just wave after wave.
Yeah. No, New Zealand, as you can see, they're very fast swimmers as they get the kick off and just keep it in the middle of the pool. New Zealand will be very happy in the position they are in now. They can now definitely not relax, but they can take a breather and try and stick to their game plan as we have game taking place on the far side of the pool. South Africa moving up on the left-hand wall there.
It's a very strong drive up the wall.
Very strong drive.
Looking to drive it back towards the goal now.
Yeah, 3 minutes left in the first half. As Mazine Rahip and Andrew Gaskell and Shane Blake. Obviously a lot of support there for the New Zealand team back home, and we appreciate it. Infringement against New Zealand, body blocking.
Ooh.
Good for South Africa. South Africa need to capitalise. It will be good to score a goal in the first half. New Zealand have actually got a very good goal difference. They've only conceded how many goals? 6 goals.
6.
What's interesting here, what I see here.
And how many games have they played? 4 games and have only conceded 6 goals.
Yeah.
They've done all right there.
Not bad here for France. As you see this, they got 21 goals for and 0 against them.
Really?
The French team are very, very strong in this tournament, as are Great Britain and New Zealand. We got 3.
Yeah, it's a real spaced out pool this
Yeah.
year. I mean, it's my first Worlds, but I've really noticed how everyone's like on the same level.
We've got South Africa still in the half of New Zealand here up on the left-hand wall. South Africa will be happy to stay there and try and work it out. New Zealand will try and slow down the game there and use all their skill to keep the puck out of the goal box. As we have New Zealand working up on the right-hand side of the wall there, pushing South Africa back. South Africa won't be happy with that, as we see the coach there, Marius Branquino, frantically screaming underneath the water. We have New Zealand winning a lot of meters there. South Africa being pushed back, and then all of a sudden the puck comes out to the centre of the pool. New Zealand hard on it.
That was a very nice double turn by New Zealand there, but it's been pulled up.
Fortunately for South Africa, it looks like an infringement against New Zealand, as we have both teams substituting frantically to get fresh legs in the water. And the refs lining up very quickly there.
That's the other strange thing
I
I noticed.
It looks like one of the New Zealand guys have been chucked out there, Isaac.
Oh, what number he got there?
Yeah. We'll get the number for you guys as soon as we can. We can't see the pool from our engine room where we're commentating from. We're watching the monitor. So as soon as we get the number that's been sitting on the side there, we'll let you know. South Africa has 6 against 5 and has got 55 seconds to go in the first half. South Africa know they need to make use of the opportunity, as we have 5 players in the water for New Zealand.
Then we've got number 4 here, Elliot Sneeden from New Zealand.
South Africa will need to capitalise on this, as we have an infringement here in the last minute of the first half, 30 seconds to go. South Africa working it hard up in the centre of the pool. 4 or 5 players at the bottom, and South Africa would love that puck to come out, as we have Ryan van Zyl down there waiting for the puck to come out. Gardan as well. And we have Brandon van Wyk, top players, fast swimmers, and that puck comes out. Unfortunately, infringement. Yeah.
Here we go, another glove.
That's a team warning, Isaac. Ryan, number 3 there, the captain. You can see him being despondent there, not allowing the advantage puck for South Africa, as they were on the attack there with half-time.
Half-time.
Yeah, half-time. South Africa 0, New Zealand 3. Going to be very, very difficult for South Africa to come back. Not impossible, but against a team of this composure and the stature that New Zealand has, it's going to be very, very difficult.
So we've got a shout out to James Ramsbottom, who's one of the under-19 New Zealand players.
Yeah, I see. God damn it, Elliot. Elliot's now the player on the side of the pool there from Acid Rain. Obviously not enjoying Elliot to be on the side of the pool. And so where are you from, Isaac? Are you from the local Hobart, yeah?
Yeah, I'm from about 2 minutes up the road, and I've actually moved further away from the pool. So everyone else has moved real close, and I'm like negative distance from home. So yeah.
Okay, so this is your hometown.
Hometown.
Look at all the supporters from New Zealand and South Africa.
It's good to see
they need
mixing up in the crowd.
It's amazing how that can lift your spirit if you see supporters like that.
You really noticed once we scored a few goals, and every other team I've noticed, you hear the roar of the crowd, and it just amps everyone up.
Yeah. even though you're underneath the water, it's just nice to know that you got all the support. Thank you. You can see the fern there on the chest. Very, very strong trademark, that fern. And South Africa waving the flag. And all the under 23s there. Under 23s just won against Great Britain, so they'll be trying frantically to lift the spirits of the South African team. As we've had every South African team so far today winning, so we'd love it to go back to dinner tonight to the hotel and have the under 19 team also coming back with a win. This is very nice to see. Thank you, under 23 South African men team, for your support there. As we have 55 seconds to go in this half, and I wonder what that coach would say to the team.
I reckon just got to hold off and keep absorbing the pressure and then accelerate. So you just want to make sure your team's doing all the right work, and once you execute your game plan, that's when the goals will start to fall for that team.
Okay, thank you from a professional player here, Isaac, one of the under 19 Australian players, giving us that input. As we have number 4, we will go into the pool as soon as they've touched the puck. This is game number 100. Good luck, hopefully be a lucky number for South Africa. Game number 100, the century game of the tournament.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how 100 games have gone already.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Time flies.
10 seconds to go. It's very cold outside here in Hobart. Luckily the pool is under roof, and the pool has just kept the quality of the water is so good, and we say thank you to the maintenance people. And let's see who gets the puck first. South Africa cannot allow New Zealand in their half so quickly. And South Africa, Black getting that kick-off, swinging it quickly to the side and working it up the side of the pool. Unfortunately losing possession, and New Zealand capitalizing on South Africa losing the puck. Well, they're not giving an inch here. And an infringement early in the game with 20 seconds gone the first half. Sticking infringement against New Zealand.
Against South Africa. Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, no, New Zealand being white. South Africa needs to capitalize on this infringement, regroup. They've had a 3-minute break, so they should have fresh legs now. Kicking hard, that's what South Africa needs to do. When the puck is on the stick, you need to accelerate. The only way you can accelerate is by kicking. So come on, South Africa. On the side of the pool there, New Zealand absorbing the pressure, waiting patiently for South Africa just to let them get the stick on the puck. That's what happens.
More gloving against New Zealand there.
No, it's against South Africa. The Isaac, South Africa being, South Africa is
switch
the black
ways.
cow.
My bad.
Yeah, South Africa desperately don't want to do that. They need to get their composure together, focus, and just slow the game down slightly, and keep the puck on the stick and make sure that New Zealanders don't get it, because the New Zealanders can absorb pressure very, very well. They make you look good, and then all of a sudden they just swing it out again.
It's very misreading once you think you've got all that play, and then they just like switch it on you just like that, and they just build up this massive drive.
Yeah. Now you can see another infringement here. It looks like it's against New Zealand. We've been having 2-3 minutes gone in the first half, and all's been taken place in that area there. South Africa moving forward 1 meter, and then New Zealand moving forward 1 meter, and an infringement. But the game is staying there, not like in the first half where the first 5 minutes New Zealand dominated South Africa completely. As we have New Zealand working up on the side of the wall there, as you see all the spectators in the back. A beautiful shot here of the pool in Hobart. Beautiful centre that we've got, and this is exactly what New Zealand are waiting for. Just one small mistake from South Africa, and they swing it out, and they keep on swimming into the centre of the pool. Exactly what New Zealand does. They just absorb, and wait for a mistake.
Very good goal. Number 7, I believe, Logan Stevenson was the scorer of that one.
Well done, New Zealand. I think the South Africans didn't see that the wing was waiting just off the side of the South Africans. He was just waiting for the puck to be thrown to him, and he swam very hard and straight to the goal box. And South Africa couldn't keep that player out. Well done there to Logan. Excellent goal for New Zealand. Unfortunately now 4-0. South Africa need to score. That's a good kick-off from South Africa. Yes, into the half of New Zealand. Bringing it out to the left-hand side. And they keep on swimming. Excellent play from South Africa.
Strike
Keeps
for
on
strike.
swimming.
Here we go.
Oh, they can
Oh.
have this.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
It's very well defended by New Zealand there.
That was the closest South Africa's been to the back of the goal of New Zealand. Excellent save there. I really thought, we had 2 players against 1 there, and unfortunately we couldn't capitalize on that excellent swim from South Africa. But that'll make them feel better, knowing that they can outswim the. Oh, that was a
Here we go. Here's another
bad
swim.
bad from South Africa. That
Can
guy
he
just
catch him?
jinxed.
Oh,
I don't know.
there's another one.
Yeah.
Very quick.
No, the South African players were caught off.
Who we got there?
Offside there.
Is that number 7 again?
Yeah, who was that?
Logan Stevenson again.
Logan
there.
again. Well, obviously he's one of their fastest swimmers.
Yeah, he's got to be.
No, South Africa was caught napping there, as you could just see a small little jinx to the left and past the South African swimmer. And I think we had the number 6 player of South Africa, Simon Jooste, out of position. I think he was one of the attacking players there. And we had nobody in defence. South Africa swimming up hard against the centre of the pool again. They would love to score here against
Straight
New
up the
Zealand.
strike again. Very strong
Yeah.
comeback by South Africa.
South Africa in the half of New Zealand. They need to stay there on the right and far side of the pool.
It's paid off for him this time. Got a free puck right in front of goal. See if they can.
Yeah, South Africa
Put this
can
one
score
away.
here. They definitely can. We've got 3 players at the bottom for New Zealand, 2 on top as they all go down. Hopefully South Africa have taken up position.
There's a big scramble on the goal.
Oh,
Oh,
New Zealand reading that puck, and they hopefully
Picked it off yet
looked like they're
again.
outswimming South Africa again.
whoa. That was very quick turnaround.
That'll probably be Logan again.
Is it? Yes, it is. Hat-trick hero right there.
Well
Oh,
done,
no.
Logan.
Number 12 that was actually.
Number 12.
Henry Griffiths.
Well done there. Unfortunately for South Africa, allowing the New Zealanders just to get their speedsters going. I think what South Africa is doing, they're getting all their players down at the bottom and not making provision for the breakaway to come. South Africans caught napping there because it looked like Simeon Jooste is taking that kickoff in front of the goal box from New Zealand, swimming into the middle space, and New Zealand absorbing it, knowing that their number 6 is in the game, and they just swing it wide and out swimming South Africa. You can see.
I reckon Sam's
Is
gonna
it
be
Marius? South Africa called the timeout. I think it was South Africa.
Yeah, I think it might have been. I think he's just got to tell his players to just settle down and keep composed. Game's not over.
Not at all.
Still got at least 10 minutes left in the game. It's plenty of time to come back and score 6 goals.
Well, New Zealand allowing South Africa to play in their half, absorbing all the pressure, and then just allowing South Africa to come to them, and they're just absorbing the pressure and then taking the puck off and swinging it every time to the right hand side, creating space and then swinging it to the wing, and Logan and then Cameron they just got too much pace. South Africa trying desperately.
Yeah, New Zealand spreading it wide. Up their right hand side
Good
ball.
flick there into the middle of the pool.
Very good triple team by.
Excellent move there from New Zealand. As
Very
we allow
nice
New
triple team
Zealand
like that
to
ball.
stay in our half. Brandon taking a breath there. And is that Gubbers van der Skyf. And it seems like number 3, Ryan van Sail, one of our top players. And you can see number 2 there, Simeon Jooste, looking at space here. And he's right through chip and chase. And that's going to be very difficult to save as, lovely, beautiful.
Free.
Well, that number 1 there, Brandon van Wyk, pulling the puck off the stick of the New Zealand player, and they're forcing New Zealand to make an infringement. And South Africa make a lot of substitutions here, getting down at the bottom, swinging it hard to the side of the pool, down through the middle. Excellent play here. It's
very clinical skills there.
Unfortunately, losing it, like half giving it away to New Zealand, making them look good. As we have another wave coming. Number 2 there, Simeon Jooste. Well, that was Matthew Penning swimming hard. New Zealand player flicking it up onto the side of the pool. Stick
got
infringement
gloving
here.
against
Gloving.
New Zealand.
So that was unfortunate for New Zealand as they got momentum. The infringement came. As you rightfully said, there's a lot of time left. There's 8 minutes left, Isaac. South Africa need to score here. Swimming hard to the side of the pool.
It's the other thing I noticed about South Africans on their frees. They start off with their forwards instead of their backs, so there's like no form of screen.
Yeah, no support. Yes,
Yeah.
especially there, Ryan's out swimming the South African teammates, and we have another breakaway. So Africa desperately need to change
That's
the
a
game
big
plan.
flick, and he's got that.
I wonder who that speedster will be. If they have another speedster, then South Africa's got a problem. As we saw Logan and we saw Cameron. Or was it Henry Griffiths? Who was his previous scorer of outscoring South Africa? Outrunning them easily. As we have South Africa now down 7-0 with 7 minutes to go in the second half. And all the second half goals have come with breakaways. Was that number 6? Guy Roberts scoring. So
A lot of fast people in the New Zealand team.
New Zealand not showing any mercy here.
They must have been very well drilled by their coach, Sam Cooper.
And we have an early infringement here. South Africa doing very well with the kickoffs. But an early infringement here as the ref called the infringement against
South
African
gone. Dangerous flick.
Ryan van Zyl, our captain. I think it was that big flick that he threw down the center of the pool and following it up. And obviously that was too close to the head.
Number 3, Ryan van Zyl.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't afford our captain to sit on the side of the pool. Ryan, enjoy the moment there, but your players will need you in the water. And we have South Africa playing up on the side of the wall there with 5 players in the water. Each guy needs to play 10% more there. Give their best as we have another quick move here by
Another drive from New Zealand.
Simeon Jooste in position. And
here we go.
he just keeps going. Just a small turn there by New Zealand and a small little twist.
Player after player.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big scramble on the goal try.
Well done there to South Africa keeping that.
They kept it out?
Looks like it.
Ooh.
I know.
No, goal.
Well, that had to happen. New Zealand dominating this whole game with speed. Keeping their composure, and when they're on the run, you just can't stop them. They're just like a bulldozer with speed. So how do you stop a bulldozer with speed? It's impossible.
Number 10.
Yeah. Oh.
Well done, Thomas.
The chances are that every player in New Zealand will score a goal here if South Africa don't get their act together. We've still got Ryan van Zyl warming the chair there, as you can see. South Africa will not be happy with that, as we have another hard attack here with 2-3 players from New Zealand at the bottom, a small jinx to the inside. And as the South Africans get the puck off the stick, the next New Zealander is there pushing them back. And an infringement here.
New Zealand asked for a timeout.
New Zealand calling a timeout. While they had the momentum, I thought New Zealand would just keep on playing and scoring goals, but obviously they're using the benefit of having a timeout. South Africa will be grateful that they called the timeout, as you can see on your screen there, game 100. South Africa against New Zealand. South Africa playing black, New Zealand white, with New Zealand leading 8-0. I think there's still 4 minutes to go in the second half, Isaac.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely hard if South Africa were to come back, but I think now's the time that South Africa can just work on their game plan and try and execute it as well as they can, preparation for finals.
Yeah. What South Africa could do is just watch the wings from New Zealand and just make sure they don't allow any speed onto that puck. And then I think Simeon is getting too involved in the game. It seems like Simeon is getting very involved and then allowing the back to be open, probably being frustrated as he sees a gap and then takes it. And New Zealand actually setting a trap, as we're seeing Ryan swimming out again as he needs to sit on the side there. Unfortunately, Ryan, one of our top players, sitting on the side of the pool there. And we have the puck, advantage puck for South Africa for infringement. And New Zealand calling timeout.
It's a solid drive at the wall.
Yes, good
still
drive
going.
up there. Yeah, still driving there.
Off.
Kobus van der Skyf.
He's going to cut that 45.
13. Good there, Kobus. Matthew supporting there.
Ooh.
Another good support swimming in there from Matthew Penning.
Here we go again.
allowing the
There you go. Well defended by South Africa. They had to stop that
Yeah.
big drive.
good turn there. Excellent
pass.
Excellent pass, finding his player. Unfortunately, Quibus couldn't capitalise on that excellent pass from Simeon, and allowing the New Zealand players to take the puck off his stick and getting momentum. And it seems Ryan is still on the side of the pool there. It must have been a 2-minute infringement, so it could have been quite serious.
Mm.
And we have 3 minutes, 46
South
seconds
Africa
to
have
go.
their player back. Yeah, it's back to 6-on-6 now, which will be good for the South Africans.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I saw the ref there in front of the chair. That was not Ryan. He's in the water. So Africa's got 6 players in the water now. So there's no excuse
Here we
not to
go
score a
again.
goal.
Once again against New Zealand for gloving.
Quite a few gloving infringements against New Zealand. That's funny.
Yeah, I believe once like refs pick 1 or 2, they just seem to go along with that and look out for that foul a lot more.
Yeah, Brandon van Wyk coming down on that puck very quickly and still waiting down the bottom. That's what you want. That's what you want, South Africa. And Ryan flicking it back. Excellent move there. And staying at the bottom and following up. And Brandon van Wyk and Ryan van Zyl and Matthew Penning forming a very good combination there with Cardan. And they swim it to the side of the pool. New Zealand is just pushing them to the side of the pool, allowing them to go into the corner. And this is where New Zealand is very, very dangerous. As you can see, 2 players from New Zealand hanging out wide here. And
Here we
South
go.
Africa.
Oh, and New Zealand have cleared that again. Oh, but it's
South Africa at
come
the
back.
bottom.
It's another scramble on the goal try.
Let us see. We're trying to follow the puck here.
And it's been
And New
cleared
Zealand
out.
absorbing the energy.
Another chopping foul against New Zealand there.
A lot of infringements against New Zealand. A lot of stick infringements, chopping, and glove infringements. And South Africa lining up. They just need to score here. That'll be very good for South Africa's spirit.
Mm.
2 minutes to go in the second half from now on with each.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh,
And New Zealand just.
just need to stay down a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Everyone popped. Here we
Yes,
go.
Exactly true. As you saw, South Africa, no players at the bottom, allowing New Zealand to come through the middle of the play.
Another one.
Was that a
Called by
infringement?
Simon Talbot.
No, unfortunately, it's illegal stopping of the puck. With each infringement now, the stopwatch stops because we're in the last 2 minutes of the game against New Zealand. South Africa hard on the attack. Will
Here
be
we
good
go.
for the boys to go to dinner tonight with a goal in the box. So they're swimming very hard, and New Zealand break through the middle. Rado gone.
He's up again.
Exactly the same thing they've
Can
done.
he catch him?
It's
No.
impossible.
Oh, no. Lucky finish that off.
Yeah, excellent. New Zealand just allowing South Africans to come into the game and then drawing all 6 players in. And as soon as they get the puck, knowing that there's no back, they just swim it straight to the middle of the pool. So South Africa need to rethink their structures here. The coaches won't be happy with this, as we have New Zealand going to double figures. They're now on 9 with 1 minute to go. South
Will
Africa
they go
need
to
to lift
doubles?
their head, yeah. We have a good hard swim there by a South African player. Getting
South
the-
Africa really want that last goal.
Yeah. New
But
Zealand
I think
obviously
New
want to
Zealand
go for
just
double
needed that
figures.
Bit more.
Oh, good save
Well
there by
defended
South
by
Africa.
South
Yeah.
Africa. Once again against New Zealand.
Infringement wise, South Africa is doing very well. They're giving away very few infringements. Unfortunately, they had a 2-minute sin bin, but besides that, South Africa playing a very good, clean game. And New Zealand coming down the middle of the pool here. They swam right through the team here again.
Yeah, another drive from New Zealand.
Well done there, Simeon. And they keep on
Excellent
coming.
work by
they
that
keep on
South
coming,
African player
and
to
that's
stay
back of
down.
the tin.
But
Is that double figures? No goal.
No goal. Gloved it.
Thank you very much. Ryan van Zyl very happy with that call. The captain, as obviously we got few seconds left in the game, and they don't want to allow New Zealand to get double figures against them. This is an excellent team from South Africa. We have a lot of faith and trust in them, and we know that they can play better than this. Unfortunately, New Zealand being a very good team, and they lost against Great Britain. They didn't like that, and they took all their revenge out on South Africa. So unfortunately, South Africa.
It's the
playing
ref jumping
against,
under the water there, so
New
watch the
Zealand.
game.
You can see the ref allowing the players to play in the corner by getting out of the pool and just looking through His goggles there, watching what's happening. Infringement here against.
Oh, he's got a goal. Oh, his mask's been ripped off.
No goal.
Yeah, no goal. Here we go. Believe that's a win for South Africa. Oh no, win for New Zealand, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Is that the game?
I believe that's it.
Yeah, it's a game.
9-0.
10 minutes. 15 minutes in the second half, full time on, and it's 9-0. South Africa, luckily not to get double figures against them. And just thank you for all the followers. Well done to New Zealand, and we wish you all the best for the tournament. You're looking like a team that is going to play either in the playoffs or in the final, definitely. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, the cameras are there. We have number 2 here. What's your name?
James Ramsbottom.
We have James here, number 2. You played very well. It was a well-structured game.
Yeah, we were aiming to hoping to play well this game because we'd come off 2 losses, so it's nice to get a good win under the belt.
That was an excellent win. You had a few breakaway goals. You got some speedsters there.
Yeah, we do have a few speeds. It's very handy having some fast players in our team.
It was one of those games where you're wondering who's not going to score, James.
Yeah. That is a very good luxury to have when you have a game like that.
Well done, James. Congratulations on your win, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Africa, Van. Number 3. We have. Whoa. We have no. It's on you. Good. Okay. We have number 3, the captain of South Africa. Not a good time to have an interview, Ryan, after a loss like that.
No, every time's a good time. We've got to keep our heads high, and that's the way we roll.
Well, what made us proud, Ryan, was the fact that you guys kept on playing, and I think you had possession more than they had.
We were just unlucky, a lot of breakaways, and it didn't work for us.
Yeah, and you were quite close to their goal box quite a few times. It looked like they had a good defence line.
No, definitely they're strong on the bottom, and yeah, we just couldn't break them.
But well done, Ryan. Keep your head high, and we got faith in you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ryan.